everyone. Today we are going to look at a poem Amanda, which is there in class 10 CBSE board. This is a poem. This poem is actually applicable for all those children who feel that being nagged constantly by their parents is quite harassing for them, and they do not like the constant nagging of their parents. So here also there is a little girl Amanda who is being constantly nagged by her mother that don't bite your nails or sit in a straight posture, and why are you sitting lazily. And then she keeps on imagining ki, like in Hindi we say kash mein ye hoti, kash mein wo hoti. So she imagines that I would have been an orphan and would have been so much free that I would have made patterns on the sand with my bare feet. Nobody would have been there to look after me. And sometimes she imagines herself to be a mermaid who keeps on diving into the ocean. And sometimes she imagines herself to be Rapunzel, which is a fairy tale character who lives in a big tower. Lastly, when her mother nags her for the last time, then she doesn't imagine anything else, because now she is fed up of all the constant nagging which is made by her mother. So let's see each and every stanza. What does her mother say and how does she react? So first of all, let's see a passage which is colored over here. What does this passage say? Every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. Every child, it happens in the life of every child, that whenever their parents, they try to nag that why are you doing this, don't do this, so every child feels very much sad or objected or dejected ki why am I being nagged. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Sometimes we feel as children that our freedom is being curtailed or it has been limited. So here they are saying that write down some of the things you want to do but your parents or elders do not allow you to do. So you will have to think about it. To read the poem aloud, form pairs. Each reading alternate stanzas. You are in for a surprise, because here there are some surprises for the children who are going to read this poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Now here from the very first line only we are seeing how her mother is nagging Amanda. She says that don't bite your nails. As children, they sometimes start biting their nails. So she says that don't bite your nails. Then she says that don't hunch your shoulders. That means don't try to droop your shoulders. Sit straight. And stop slouching. Like some people, they lazily sit on the sofa in the form of a lazy manner, as if taking rest on the sofa. So her mother says that stop slouching and sit straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. And here she imagines that I am in a green sea, a beautiful green sea, and I am the mermaid of that sea, and I am the only inhabitant there. Nobody is there to nag at me, and I am free over there. Now the third stanza says, did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Again her mother nags at her and asks her that have you completed your homework? Have you cleaned your room as I told you? And I had told you also that you have to clean your shoes. So have you done it, Amanda? Now all these constant nagging again forces her to imagine something else. What was that? I'm an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is gold and the freedom is sweet. Now here again she is very much, you can say, harassed by how her mother is nagging her, and she imagines that I am alone in this world. I am an orphan and I am so free that nobody is there to keep an eye on me, and I can make patterns on the sand with my bare feet, and the silence that will be there is so much sweet to me. Nobody is there to shout at me or taunt me. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Now, the last time her mother says that don't eat so much of chocolates, Amanda, because remember how you get those acnes on your face. And when I talk to you, why don't you look at me directly, Amanda? Look at me when I'm talking to you. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Now she then here imagines that she is Rapunzel who lives in a high tower, and there she is free and nobody is there to just constantly nag at her. Tranquil means very silent, very soothing atmosphere is there in the tower, and she will not let her long hair down from the tower. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think I nagged at you, Amanda. Now her mother ultimately says that don't try to sulk. Don't try to change your faces or make faces, and don't be so much depressed by your face expression that anybody who looks at you will say that her mother constantly nags at her. So try not to be moody and keep a cheerful face, Amanda. Now here Amanda is not imagining anything because she is very much depressed that how her mother is constantly nagging at each and every activity, that now she stops imagining and she does not answer anything to her mother, neither she has imagined anything. So this poem has been written by Robin Klein, and here we come to know how a child feels when they are constantly nagged at by their parents, right? Now let's look at some of the word meanings which are present in the first stanza, first and second both. Hunch means to bend, as we bend like this. Slouching, to sit lazily. Languid means relaxed manner. Emerald, green color. Inhabitant, a person who is living anywhere. Drifting, being carried slowly by the water. And blissful means happy. And here the literary devices that have been used in the first and the second stanza. In the second, she is imagining about being a mermaid. So the literary devices used are repeated use of a word like anaphora, in which don't bite, don't slouch has been used. Then assonance has been used, that is a constant use of the sound O. The rhyming scheme that has been used is AA, BA, triple C. So AA, because the words are ending Amanda, Amanda in the first two lines. Then we have got here BA, B, the third line, and again Amanda, which is rhyming with the first two lines. And then you can see the three paragraphs in which she is imagining being a mermaid in a sea. They all are having a rhyming scheme exactly same, so it is triple C. Then metaphor is being used as emerald sea for the green color of the sea. And imagery has been used as drifting blissfully. So drifting blissfully means being carried slowly by the sea in a happy mood. Then in the third para stanza, as her mother is saying, have you finished your homework or what? Again, if we see, the rhyming scheme is the same. It is AADA triple E, right? Because triple E means the imagination stanza is having the same ending. Anaphora again has been used. That is Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. And then assonance of the vowel O, thought, told, you, your, shoes, everywhere O has been used. And a metaphor has been used as the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. So freedom has been taken as a lady or as a person being sweet, and silence also as a person being golden. Then in the next stanza, when her mother says, "Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda." So again we see that the literary devices are the rhyming scheme A A F A G G G, and then again if we see that we have got assonance of the vowel E and O, and an illusion has been created as she is trying to take an illusion that she is Rapunzel living in a tower. And sulking means be in a bad mood, as we have seen in the last stanza. Moody, unstable, and nagged means being harassed. So in the last stanza also we see the literary devices as stop that sulking. So S sound has been used here. And rhyming scheme AAHA, because now we don't have any imaginary or that stanza in which he is imagining that I am something, right? So this finishes off with your poem, in which we have come to know how the children are constantly being nagged, and some children they imagine कि काश में ये होता, काश में आज़ाद होती, nobody would have been there to nag at me, to harass me. So same things have been used in this poem. So hope you people have understood this, and if you have understood, you can press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.